Picture this. While you're scrolling through social media, halfway across the world, Chinese military engineers are quietly revolutionizing warfare itself. What they're building in secret could completely change the global balance of power, and most people have no idea it's happening. Today, we're diving deep into China's military transformation that has Pentagon officials losing sleep at night. The dragon isn't just waking up anymore, it's fully awake, and it's been planning something extraordinary while the rest of the world was distracted. From hypersonic weapons that can strike anywhere on Earth in minutes to artificial intelligence systems that could predict enemy movements before they even make them, China's military modernization program is unlike anything we've seen in modern history. But here's what's really shocking. This isn't just about having more tanks or fighter jets. China is completely reimagining how wars will be fought in the 21st century, and they're doing it in ways that challenge everything military strategists thought they knew about warfare. Let's start with something that sounds like science fiction but is very real: China's hypersonic weapons program. While traditional missiles follow predictable arcs through the sky, these new weapons can change direction mid-flight, making them nearly impossible to intercept. They travel at speeds over 5 times faster than sound, meaning they could theoretically reach any target on the planet in under an hour. What makes this particularly concerning for military analysts is the unpredictability factor. Current missile defense systems are designed to track objects following ballistic trajectories. When a weapon can suddenly veer left or right while traveling at hypersonic speeds, it becomes like trying to catch a hummingbird blindfolded. China has reportedly conducted multiple successful tests of these systems, and intelligence reports suggest they're already deploying them operationally. This represents a fundamental shift in strategic thinking because it potentially neutralizes the geographical advantages that distance and ocean barriers have traditionally provided. But hypersonic weapons are just the beginning. China's approach to military modernization is comprehensive and systematic, touching every aspect of modern warfare. They're not just building better weapons, they're building smarter ones. Artificial intelligence is at the heart of China's military revolution. They're developing autonomous systems that can make tactical decisions faster than any human commander ever could. Imagine drone swarms that can coordinate attacks, adapt to changing battlefield conditions, and learn from their mistakes in real time. These aren't remote-controlled aircraft with human pilots somewhere safe. These are thinking machines capable of independent operation. The implications are staggering. Traditional military doctrine relies heavily on human decision-making, command structures, and communication chains. When you introduce AI systems that can process information and respond to threats in milliseconds rather than minutes, you're fundamentally changing the tempo of warfare. Chinese military researchers are also pioneering what they call intelligentized warfare, which integrates AI across all military domains. This means AI-powered logistics systems that can predict supply needs, reconnaissance systems that can identify targets automatically, and command systems that can coordinate complex operations across multiple theaters simultaneously. Perhaps even more intriguing is China's focus on space-based military capabilities. While public attention often focuses on terrestrial threats, Chinese military planners are thinking three-dimensionally. They're developing capabilities to project power from space, including satellite-based weapons systems and space-based surveillance networks that could provide real-time intelligence on military movements anywhere on Earth. The space domain represents the ultimate high ground in military terms. Control of space means control of communications, navigation, and surveillance capabilities that modern militaries depend on completely. China's investments in space-based military infrastructure suggest they understand this strategic reality perfectly. Electronic warfare represents another area where China is making significant advances. Modern militaries are incredibly dependent on electronic systems for communication, navigation, targeting, and coordination. Chinese military researchers have developed sophisticated electronic warfare capabilities designed to disrupt these systems, potentially blinding and confusing enemy forces while maintaining their own operational effectiveness. This includes cyber warfare capabilities that blur the lines between military and civilian targets. When power grids, financial systems, and communication networks become military objectives, the traditional boundaries of warfare become meaningless. What's particularly noteworthy about China's approach is its emphasis on what military strategists call systems warfare. Instead of focusing on individual weapons platforms, Chinese military doctrine emphasizes attacking the systems that enable enemy military effectiveness. This means targeting command and control networks, supply chains, communication systems, and decision-making processes rather than just physical assets. This systems-based approach reflects a sophisticated understanding of how modern militaries actually function. In the 21st century, military effectiveness depends more on information processing, coordination, and logistics than on raw firepower. By focusing on these enabling systems, Chinese military planners are targeting the actual sources of military power rather than just its visible manifestations. The integration of civilian technology into military applications is another key aspect of China's strategy. Technologies developed for civilian purposes are being rapidly adapted for military use, creating a seamless integration between civilian innovation and military capability. This dual-use approach accelerates military modernization while maintaining plausible deniability about military intentions. Perhaps most significantly, China's military modernization is happening within a broader strategic framework that emphasizes long-term planning and patient development. While other militaries often focus on immediate threats and short-term capabilities, Chinese military planning appears to operate on generational timescales. This patient, systematic approach to military development means that capabilities being developed today may not reach full operational status for years or even decades. However, when they do become operational, they could represent quantum leaps in military effectiveness rather than incremental improvements. The global implications of China's military modernization are profound. Traditional assumptions about military balance, strategic stability, and conflict dynamics may no longer apply. The weapons and strategies being developed could potentially reshape international relations and force other nations to completely reconsider their own military doctrines and capabilities. What we're witnessing isn't just the rise of a new military power, it's the emergence of a fundamentally different approach to warfare itself. The Dragon's plan isn't just to compete with existing military powers, but to change the very nature of military competition. The question isn't whether these developments will surprise the world. The question is whether the world is prepared for the surprises that are coming.